Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raygo Reactions. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raygo Reactions. On today's episode, we've got something pretty big, and the reason I say that is because this has actually been requested in the comments section now for a while, ever since I started Nightwish. I've been on a journey of so many other things, Pink Floyd, Dire Straits, that I've never got round to it. However, one of our subscribers by the name of Mark kindly donated to the channel and pushed it to the top of the queue. As you can see by the title, today we're checking out Wintersun and their song Time. Now the reason Mark requested this is, like I say, recently I've been watching Pink Floyd and Electric Light Orchestra, ELO. Bit different to what I think we're going to be listening today, but they have albums called Time. And Pink Floyd is clearly about life, the early stages of life, the middle ages, and then inevitably the end, as you might know. And Electric Light Orchestra is about a man who's in 2080, the year 2080, and you know, he goes back. He was born in 1980, but he goes to the future to see what it's like. All these things, and it made me think, what other kind of songs you could write about time and how you could formulate it in a different way. And that is where Mark requested that Wintersun have an album called Time 1. He actually left a message. He said, "I would like you to react to a Finnish symphonic metal project called Wintersun and their song Darkness and Frost and Time from the album Time 1. You might recognize some of the members. The drummer Kai Hatto is the current drummer for Nightwish, and the bass Duka recently took over from Marco. Also, the black-haired guitarist, forgot his name, is a player in Megadeth." He also then went on to say, "By the way, I love your music, and I've got all your songs on my Spotify playlist." Shout out to Mark, what a legend. I'm in a band called Raygo, for those who don't know. You check out my music at the end of this, we've got loads coming. Anyway, Wintersun, it's time we dive into these guys. If you guys didn't know, recently I've been reacting to Epica, another insanely cool band. So check out that playlist as well. Now, I'm excited for this. I am fully involved in this type of music at the moment. Got my guitar there. We're going to play it. And if at any point I think, I reckon I could try and see what's going on there, I'll try and replicate it myself. Hit the like button, guys. Subscribe. Get yourself a drink. Without further ado, let's get into this. I'm ready. First of all, it sounds quality, and I notice how these are playing electric guitars, but it sounds acoustic. There's an actual thing what I've picked up on upon doing like Rush and Epica and whatnot. There's these, and Opeth, another band I've been checking out. These is it called piezo pickups? It's a bit nerdy for those who don't know, but like it's a piezo pickup. It makes your electric guitars sound like an acoustic. I think that's what's going on here. Mark did say it's kind of live. It's they recorded it in a studio, so one take, but then they've probably just tightened it up a bit, so it's live. It's recorded live, but it's been mixed. Still, sounds good. Medieval sounding Egyptian. It sounds absolutely quality. That riff, let me quickly try and just... Obviously it's got loads of distortion on it, but it's along those... So... That's a nice little riff right there. I'll tell you what though, it would be nice to see where the synthesizer's coming from. Clearly that's an overlay of a backing track. It's okay because, like I say, it's kind of a mix. It's not live, and if you're a music buff, you know this isn't live. So that's fair enough. If it was live though on a stage, I would want to know where all that synthesizer's coming from. I would want to see it because it's like one of the biggest parts of the song, all that atmosphere going on. It would be nice to put a picture to it, you know. But this sounds quality. You know, one thing I picked up on this type of symphonic rock, like Epica, Nightwish, they have these medieval vibes. And if you know me at all, I am like, I don't know what it is. I'm a nerd when it comes to medieval castles and whatnot. It's just one of my little guilty pleasures. So I love the music as well. I'll travel to a castle and drive and just turn on medieval music. It's weird. I don't know what it's about. I just like it. But now when I go to a castle, I'm going to be sticking on some Wintersun medieval metal. Medieval metal right here. I'm curious if they're going to start going. I want to see it. I want to see it. Yep. Great kick drum. Mate, what is it about symphonic music, this symphonic metal, that actually sounds, there's something about it that sounds pretty. Them chords right there. Boom, boom. Time slips away. You know, the chords that if you was to strip it back and play the acoustic, just a time. I don't know what he's saying, but I'm just gonna have a guess, like time slips away, hand in hand, you know, I think as rock and roll as this genre is, and as metal as it is, it's got some soft emotional side to it, and I think that's why a lot of people connect with it, and I think that's why people like me, who aren't even metal buffs, enjoy it so much, because it's not like typical heavy metal where there's not really an emotional melody to it. This has those emotional, almost like movie, fairy tale, like an adult fairy tale, you know, not a love fairy tale, like an adult world of, I don't know how to explain it. You know, like when you're a kid and you watch these fairy tale happy endings films, what are they called? It's like an adult version of it. I can't put it into words, that's just how my mind's, like a love story, but it's not a love story, it's just sick. And I think that's why people can relate to it. Put it this way, if someone said you got to introduce someone into metal, I'm introducing them to symphonic metal. It's got that emotional side to it, and if you don't know me, I'm a sucker for a ballad, so I think that's why I enjoy it so much. Let's go back a bit. Apologies, guys. I just like pausing it and going back. Sick. Great drumming. Seriously good drumming. kick drum. Hold on, I've got to have a quick go at that. How the... That's rapid. Dum 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 dum. It like comes in a different pace. Sounds. This is sick. I don't know what was cooler, the drums or the guitar. That was unbelievable. I want to see it live on an actual live gig because that energy live, I bet it's amazing. I 100%. I keep saying I want to check out someone like Epica live. Don't know who I'm going to see, but the more I watch these videos, Epica, now Wintersun, I will soon figure out who it is I'm going to go and watch because I have to see some symphonic metal live. I've got to. We'll go into the lyrics in a second, but hold on. There was a. Something like along those lines, which was proper nice. You know what else is cool about it as well? And I think one thing that makes that song so good is it had different elements the whole way through it. It had different tempo, so you had like crotchets and semi-quavers, quavers, you had everything, so you had the single notes. We're just going to use this for example. And then you had... And then you had... And then you had... All of them adding up, but it wasn't all just on the guitar, it was on the... You had that sequencer going on. I think it's a sequencer, like a synthesizer, but it's like... Then there was different instruments. The piano was doing a particular way. And when it was all adding up, obviously... You got the 16ths, the 4ths, the 8ths, 32s, everything going on the drums, and it's all adding together, creating this just energy ball. And I think that's one reason that, not even just this song in general, but symphonic metal works so well. It covers every element, and it's very nice on the ears, at least to me. Now, guys, let's check out the lyrics. Because I am intrigued to see what he's saying. Wintersun, time... Forgive me, what was that song called again? Let's have a little look. The song is called Darkness and Frost and Time. The lyrics I want to see. Because although I heard some of the things he was saying, I kind of want to see what exactly he was saying. Darkness and frost are starting to... Oh, jeez. It just keeps flicking to the top. Don't you just hate it? These adverts that just prop up. Darkness and frost are starting to reach the heart of this land with a cold disease. Sleep now for a while before the storm awakes, and one day it will reward you for the burden of weight. The roots go deep into the frozen dead ground. Listen to the land of snow. It makes no sound. For ages searching the warmth of the sun. If it never finds me, I can die as one. Time will go on and we are drifting away in the night. That's the chorus. I've been searching so long, but I will find you even if it takes me my whole life. But tonight I feel so alone and I know that you are forever gone. Old time, don't fade away when I need you here. Oh, please don't leave me now. Ah. You want so much of me, I feel nothing but grief and despair. How can I feel you again? All my dreams are just visions I can't bear. You want something that I can give, I cannot. You know what? This is a great... Now, I always say you can interpret lyrics however you want, and you can look at the real story, you know, from the songwriter. You can try and search up and see what the songwriter actually said, what it's about. But that's still... Even if you wrote the lyrics, that's your personal interpretation. I always say you can take it however you will. You know, I'll read those lyrics. You could say, dude, it's about like being here 1 minute and not being here the next. You can say what you want. I'm reading this how I probably imagine it was meant to be thought of, which is he's talking to time, like personifying time, like it's a person. You can you're here 1 minute, then you're not. You know, and what he says here is, you want so much from me, I feel nothing but grief and despair. Like, you want everything from me. You're gonna take me as well. You give it to me, and now you're gonna take it from me as well. Like, time is good and evil at the same time. Damn. Making my own lyrics up here. But do you know what I mean? How strong is that? What gives you something but also takes it away? It's like one of those quizzes. You know, what gets wet but dries at the same time? A towel. You know, what gives you something but takes away? Time. I thought the lyrics are great. That's a great way of looking at it as well. What do you guys reckon? Let me know if there's any other albums or other songs that correlate to time, and you know, because I think a lot of people talk about time in general because it's such a precious thing. You can't buy time with money. So what's more important, money or time? My brother wrote that lyric, I think. That's an actual bar. You know, people spit bars nowadays. My brother used to spit bars, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, he wrote that. He said, you can't buy time with money. So what's more important? Whatever I just said then. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed this video and hanging out in the dojo, then hit that like button, because I've got plenty more where this came from. I'm going to be doing more Epica, more Nightwish, more Opeth, even though they're a bit heavier. A lot more things like this. So, and a lot more Wintersun, so stay tuned. Let me know in the comments what you want me to check out next. And if you don't subscribe, you won't be alerted for any of this stuff, so hit the subscribe button. And remember, guys, if you want to request a song of your choice, you know what to do. I'm talking to you, Damien. Nah, I'm not actually. But if someone who's actually called Damien probably started tripping when I said that. I'm talking to you, Michelle. Eh? Did it wake you up? Probably not. One last one. I'm talking to you, John. If I said any of those names, you better request a reaction. Now, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, peace out.
Blue, Raygo blue, Raygo blue, yeah, Raygo blue.
Welcome to my Patreon. I thought today we'd react to let's do some exclusive stuff, you know what I mean, for you little legends only. I want you guys to tell me if this song sucks. If it does, it's gone forever.
Joe's seen something he likes. Call it the old
like
squatting up bosh.